Hello everyone and welcome to our virtual GCSE information evening, and we're all very sorry we can't be with you in person this evening, but I'm sure you understand the reason why. Maybe I can start by saying how delighted we are to see all the children back after 6 months, and what a positive start Year 11 have made to what will be undoubtedly a challenging year. And last summer once more we had some outstanding GCSE results, with the students getting a progress score of plus 1.1, which means that on average every student achieved a grade higher in every GCSE they sat when compared with similar schools across the country. Now I'm sure you're probably aware from the news that those grades were awarded based on teacher predictions, and the teachers used a range of assessments which were carried out throughout Year 11 and indeed at the end of Year 10 to make predictions about the grades to give a child. And that meant that students who worked very hard during the year were rightly awarded the highest grades. So we can't underestimate the importance of hitting the ground running in Year 11. Now we know from what the government has said that exams are likely to go ahead this year. They may be a little bit delayed, but nevertheless we are told they will take place in the summer term. So it's very important that you understand what part you can play in helping us during this year to make sure your son or daughter maximises their GCSE grade in the summer. So thank you very much for joining us this evening, and I do hope what you hear is informative. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to our virtual Year 11 information evening. As some of you may know, my name is Mrs Winters and I'm one of the Deputy Head Teachers here at Featherstone High School, overseeing pastoral care. It's been a great privilege both supporting you and your child over the last 5 years. We've got to know each other really well through our strong working and supportive relationships. So although during such difficult circumstances we cannot meet face to face for this year's Year 11 information evening, you as parents will still get the opportunity to listen to very important messages from key members of staff who will be working with your child this year, both on a curriculum and pastoral level. Personally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all as parents during the lockdown period for your support by continually encouraging your child to engage with the learning set by our teachers here at the school. And it was so wonderful to see so many of our students attend the July face-to-face sessions. The feedback from the students on these sessions was extremely positive. Therefore, this year, the support by you as parents is crucial in supporting your child both emotionally and academically during such uncertain times. So I will now pass you over to Miss Nixon, our Head of Year 11, who will now outline for you in more detail the support that we shall need you as parents to provide your child to ensure their utmost well-being. Thank you.
Welcome parents and guardians, I'm Miss Nixon. I'm the new Head of Year for Year 11. For the past 2 years I've been Deputy Head for the previous Year 11s, so I'm familiar with all aspects and the importance of the year ahead. Just like to say how lovely it was to see the students return to school this week, and while it's been a different start to the term, students have been positive and settling in well. Although we may have a challenging year ahead of us, we have a fantastic team ready to support the students' emotional and educational return to school. During lockdown, teachers have been working really hard to support children's education virtually. While most students have done amazingly during this time, there are some students that maybe have fallen out of routine and perhaps into bad habits. It is important that I ask for your support at this time in getting our students back into those good routines. It may be things such as earlier bedtimes, checking timetables, packing bags the night before. It's also important that students are punctual to school and lessons and make sure they're in on time. Attendance is key, so making sure students are in school as much as possible. I also ask that we speak to students with regarding behaviour in lessons, as every minute of their education counts, and taking this time away from teachers is vital time they will be missing their education. I hope I can count on your support, making this year successful for your child. I look forward to meeting you all very soon. Thank you.
Hello everybody, it's great to see you again. I'm Leah Coco and I'm your child's Deputy Head of Year and Learning Mentor. As a Deputy Head, I will be supporting Miss Nixon and the Year team with your child's attainment, behaviour and daily routines, ensuring that we encourage your child to be the best that they can throughout the year, receiving the grades that they deserve. As Learning Mentor, my role is a little bit different, and you will hear your child refer to me as by my first name. I'm here to support your child's well-being and give them emotional support. They can come to me and speak to me up in the B block if they have any concerns regarding exams, anxieties, stresses, friendship problems, things happening inside or outside of home. I look forward to seeing you all very soon and hearing from you. Take care, stay safe, bye.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Hickey. I'm one of the Deputy Head Teachers here, and it's my responsibility that your child makes excellent progress this year. You've already met the team, and between us all we'll make sure that we look after your child and that they catch up on their learning and they perform well should there be exams at the end of the year. You've already heard from Mr. Wadworth that we're very pleased with the outcomes this year. Our students have performed exceptionally well through their GCSEs and their A-levels and their BTECs, and it's meant that many of our young people have gone on to really, really good universities, Russell Group universities. They've moved on to courses that they have dreamt about, they've aspired to become doctors and lawyers and journalists, and we're very proud of them. We completely understand that this is a very different year and it's a challenging year, and we know that many of our current Year 11 students will have been anxious with all the news that's taken place around the cancellation of exams this summer. At this moment in time, there are plans to have exams next year, so we want to make sure that we are best prepared and our children are best prepared to do well. What's more important, however, as you've heard this evening, is that your child feels safe and they're well and they're healthy to come into school. So please do your bit to make sure that they are in school every day with the right equipment to learn. We will make sure, as a school community, that we carry out lots of regular assessments to make sure that we go over work that children may have found difficult during the lockdown period, and to look at where their gaps in their knowledge and learning may be. Over the next few weeks and months, there will be more of these what we call diagnostic assessments in class. So it's more important than ever that your child is working consistently every single day. They will be set homework every day. If your child comes home and they show you their diary and there's nothing written in it, they will have homework. They may not have written into their actual diary, but their teacher definitely would have set them homework on Firefly. So please do encourage them every night to be completing at least 2 to 3 hours of work, broken up into smaller sessions of 45 minutes each, to be honing in the subjects, whether it's maths, English, history, geography, MFL, etc. Going back to our outcomes, one of the reasons why our outcomes were so strong is because the teachers had regular assessments, information and evidence throughout the year to make very clear judgments about what each child was capable of achieving in the summer's exams. If we're in a position next year where, again, the government has to make some changes to the qualification arrangements, then we want to make sure that we've got all the evidence we need for your child's learning. That's why it's really important, as I've just said, to keep up with the homework and to make sure that they're ready for these regular assessments throughout the year. There'll also be formal mock exams that will take place in a 2-week period in December. So we've got about 2 to 3 months now to make sure that children are completing the work that they may have missed out on during the lockdown period. Every single subject has a recovery curriculum plan to make sure that we are on track. Using that mock exam period, we will have a look at those grades and look at what other work and support and intervention we may need to put in place for your child to make sure they achieve the targets that they're capable of. every subject area will be offering an intervention session. These are going to start taking place within a couple of months' time. Please make sure that if you have a timetable with your child that they've brought home that has an intervention session either before school or after school, that they attend. These will be compulsory small group sessions where we've really focused in on the child to make sure that we help them with a specific area that they might be struggling on. We will also have holiday boosters. These will take place in October, February, Easter time and May. So again, really important that if you receive information from the school about these holiday boosters, that your child attends. You may also have heard that the government has a national tutoring programme where they are giving money to every single school to be able to use to help for one-to-one programmes, academic mentoring, and that's something definitely that Featherstone will be making the most of. And we'll give you information about this as the time progresses. There are some key dates for Year 11 coming up. We appreciate that many of these events have to be virtual at this moment in time, but we will certainly do our best to make sure, as we move on throughout this year, that we give you that information in lots of pre-recorded messages. The students themselves will receive information through face-to-face tutor sessions, through virtual assemblies, and through their PSHE programme, and will continue to develop their study and revision skills as we go along throughout the year. No matter what happens with exams at the end of the year, one thing that is without doubt is that your child will have to look ahead in terms of what they might be interested in terms of sixth form, the subjects that they might be interested in studying, the careers that they might be interested in pursuing. And therefore we do have still a sixth form evening. We'll give you details if it's a virtual evening, but where we need to really focus in on the subjects that they might want to study after Year 11. You'll receive more information about this in the next few weeks, but it is worthwhile remembering that the grades that the teachers predict them throughout the year and the school report that you receive home will very much have an impact on the subjects that they can study and are allowed to study in the sixth form. So just finishing off, I just want to take this opportunity to reassure you that as a school community, we have the experience, we have the knowledge, we have the confidence to make sure that children are well looked after and are in the best place to receive intervention, outstanding teaching and learning, to be able to perform very well in exams at the end of the year. If you've got any questions about your child's learning or any concerns about your child's learning, then please contact the Head of Year, Miss Nixon, or the Deputy Head of Year, or myself. As I said earlier on, throughout the year we will be giving you more information, and in some cases quite specific information about how children can perform well in English and maths in particular, in science and in RE. So please do look out for the emails that we send you. We will regularly communicate any changes that the government has decided to make throughout the year. But we are looking forward to this year. It's been wonderful having the children back at school, and we will do our best to make sure that everybody reaches their full potential. Thank you very much.